shit when I come through the pain. Never been about the money or the fame, but when it bring both, so here we go again. Wins on the road, yeah, I got those. Couple records that I hold, yeah, I got those.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington.
Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Seattle Seahawks. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here, so he'll get this up to the 29.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive to about the 33-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. He gets this to Davante Adams. 20, 10, 5,
and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one better than 20 miles an hour.
Now Geno on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
79 Broncos.
To throw again on 2nd down. Smith. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got a 1st and 10 now out past the 20. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
The Seahawks at 2-8 now in the year. And they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down.
Max Crosby in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Divine Diablo.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Ready. Tight, 19 tight. Come 19, come 19.
Fresh off the pick six, it's Smith. And the Raiders have got him.
Credit the sack there to Chandler Jones. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick six, and here he ends up on his backside.
Yeah, and you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick six, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield?
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Anthony Averett picks it.
And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Carr.
Oh, the slant connects with Davante Adams. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 2nd and 9, Carr.
On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. And the Raiders are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I can say...
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And the defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal is to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Throwing now is Geno. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Smith now to throw. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter.
Picked up by Divine Diablo. And the Raiders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
They'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's got Rome. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Well, you talk about just coming in and completely seizing momentum. They can go up 21-0 here. We haven't even hit halftime.
And the other part of this, you can start to feel the unrest here in the stadium. I think these fans are saying, what hit us? And this isn't about fantasy points. This is about rooting their team on.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jonathan Abram picks it. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 2nd and 9, Carr. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a 3rd and long.
They'll set up to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
The kick by Carlson is good, and the route is on. It's 24-0.
Well, they're able to come away with the interception, Charles. They aren't able to move the ball all that much. However, they do get 3 out of it with a field goal.
Yeah, and anytime you do force a turnover, you have to come out of it with points. Everybody wants 6. They'll take the 3 there. Now it's their opportunity to do it again.
Let's go now.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it. I think about it awfully hard. But also, You might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The kick by Carlson is good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
19 Tiger. 67.
From the 27, Smith. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, 1st down.
Here we go. Back to 60.
On 1st down, it's Smith. And now here is another interception. Anthony Averett picks it. And he's got some space here. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Carlson on for the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over. Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
19 tight. 19 tight. Come 19. Ready.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith.
Throw out wide to Walker.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
19 right.
To throw is Smith. That is taken in by the tight end Fant.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To the air again, Smith. Finding Walker, complete. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Ken Walker
with his 16th touchdown of the year.
And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get a 30, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. It's caught here by Adams. The 20.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Davante Adams with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Raiders are able to add on to their first half lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Again, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
On 2nd and 10, Smith. And Walker has it. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Smith throwing again. Going deep for Walker. And this is caught at the 20. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. From the red zone now, Smith. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Let's go now.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Geno. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
60
Again, Smith. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Raiders are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you can describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Now Carr again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing on first down is Carr. It's caught inside the 25. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about.
Colton Miller, former first-round pick, called for the penalty there.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Throwing now is Carr. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it, yes. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Carlson able to put this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Trap 60, trap 60.
Here's Smith. Walker with a grab, left side. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Here we go on 4th. Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. They'll run right here with Jacobs. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Seahawks have recovered. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. On second down, it's Walker. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
A gain of 17 yards. And the Seahawks first down.
Now Geno on first down. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Uchenna Nwosu from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. On second down, Jacobs. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Here's Carr to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
This is caught. Touchdown. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. From the 6. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
3rd and 2, Smith. Flushed out right. No, it's out. Smith lost it. And the Raiders pick it up. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now Carr. That's complete right around the 8.
And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in the second half. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have widened the gap now to 50 points. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this out to the 25.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory. At the 41.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Okay.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch it.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Back to Walker on 1st down.
And this play is going nowhere as he dives to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Seven Pirates.
Geno down to throw. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Jayon Brown.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Buffalo 18 Rattlers.
On 2nd and 9, Smith. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Smith on first down. Not wasting time, going right back to DK Metcalf. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. 3 yards remain for second down.
Let's go. 18, pioneer.
Throwing now is Geno. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 31-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
79 Broncos.
To the air again, Smith. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
To the right side, this is Walker. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 60 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Sticking with Walker on second down. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, where was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play.
From the gun, here's Smith. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. The extra point now coming from Myers. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. This will be fielded inside the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. But they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. That one, a first down pickup of 8. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Carr going to look to throw. It's caught here by Adams. He's got room at the 30. There he goes again. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Carlson now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Smith toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Hurry.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. He's going to let it fly. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
70 Ranger.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. He's got his tight end Fant. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as this defense cannot come up with a play that they need. In fact, they surrender a big chunk. 17 yards there on 4th down. Now Geno. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and